The drama is real. Rejection has become a national emergency. When a woman gets rejected, the world must stop. Feel with her, cry with her. And finally, listen to a feminist coach comparing emotions to poop. Let's break down this emotional spectacle. Buckle up. This is going to be intense.
So I'm probably gonna get shit for this video, but honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna make it anyway. I wanna talk about guys that reject hot chicks and then slum. Meaning you dated a hot girl and then decided that hot girl was not for you and are now dating a girl that is not nearly as hot. Obviously, there can be a lot of factors as to why you reject a hot girl. This is just a very broad generalization, but I'm gonna say it. I think the main reason that men reject hot women is because they don't want to have to work that hard. I mean, I think it's no secret that hot chicks tend to have higher expectations and higher standards than maybe less attractive women. I know how that sounds. It sounds really bad, but I think it's just because, again, hot chicks are just used to being treated a certain way. So I do think oftentimes when attractive men meet attractive women, they're almost like, crap, I'm actually gonna have to put in a lot of work here. Whereas girls that are less attractive just don't require that much work. To be clear, I think that you guys should be putting in work for whoever you are dating, no matter what they look like. But I think that girls that are less attractive, I mean, they're gonna be more likely to just accept you for how you are. They're gonna appreciate you more. They're going to demand less. They're gonna make you feel better about yourself. Again, obviously, I'm sure that it's like you could break up with a hot chick because she's just an asshole. But if that were really the case, then why wouldn't you date another hot girl afterwards? And yes, I understand that obviously other things than looks are more important, and you could have matured and realized like, hey, I actually want to date somebody that I have shit in common with and makes me laugh, and that's smart and cool and not just hot. But there are hot girls that have good personalities and that are smart and cool and you have things in common with too. They're just higher maintenance. I get it, you're gonna call me shallow and all of that, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me for more tips.
She assumes her beauty alone should be enough for a man to want her. When it's not, she spirals. The core issue, the belief that beauty equals value. She ignores the fact that many men today are realizing that beauty doesn't make up for arrogance, entitlement, or lack of reciprocity. A man with values seeks peace, respect, and companionship, not a high-maintenance trophy who thinks he should work harder just because she's pretty. Diagnosis: bruised ego. She's not sad because she was rejected. She's outraged that it even happened. It's not heartbreak, it's wounded vanity.
There have been countless times where I've seen some of the most beautiful girls being rejected by guys, or just guys not being interested in them. At one point, it had boggled my mind because I'm like, this girl's stunning. Like, why wouldn't this guy want to be with her? And you want to know why? Because at the end of the day, everything comes down to your energy, to your aura. People are attracted to how you make them feel and what energy you give off. So if you're in this like mopey, sad energy, that's not going to be attractive. If you're in this bitchy energy where you think you're better than everyone else, that's not going to attract people in your life, friends and guys. But if you're in this like happy girl, soft era, you're probably the most attractive girl in the room.
Here comes the spiritual fluff. Your energy is why men reject you. Translation: it's not that he didn't want her, it's that her vibe pushed him away. It's a dangerous leap. It removes all responsibility from her actions, choices, or attitude. Everything becomes mystical. Blame the aura. Diagnosis: spiritualized immaturity. Instead of learning from rejection, she hides behind vague feel-good concepts to dodge reality.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? Say shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women. The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance. As a woman who's trying to embody her feminine energy, you're not going to catch me going up to the guy. You're just not. We can just stare at each other. Say shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women, because guys don't do that anymore. If God were to guarantee that your 20th person would be the love of your life, you would be so happy to be rejected by all 19. So why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? We don't chase. We signal like, you can come up to me now. But all men do is just look at you now. And of course, like, if the woman is interested, she's gonna keep looking your way too. But it just like stays like that. Nothing ever happens because men don't walk up to women anymore. Or they're just tired of being rejected. But it's like, if God were to tell you that you're gonna go through 20 rejections before you get to your yes, and that's gonna be the love of your life, you guys would be so happy to go through all 20 because you would just so closer to the love of your life. Come on, guys, you guys gotta do better.
Classic case. She wants traditional courtship, men approaching her, but lives in a society where masculinity has been labeled toxic, often by women like her. She wants a confident, assertive man in a world that punishes those very traits. Diagnosis: contradiction. She expects old school male behavior in a feminist world that actively discourages it without seeing how she helped create the problem.
Y'all, when women get rejected, oh, it's deep. I don't know what it is, but we do not handle it well. Actually, I do know what it is, and I'm going to tell you in this video. Women desire to be desired. Okay, that is something you're going to see in every woman. She wants to be desired. Some people allow their desire to run them. Some people can harness their desire, but all women deep down want to be desired. And so when she's not desired or does not feel desirable, she takes that internally. I mean, it makes her sad. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety. It can cause you to feel like you're not good enough. It can cause hopelessness. I mean, it gets very deep. Because of that, I think a lot of women don't put themselves out there. I think it boils down to one simple thing. That as women, we have to accept that looks matter. And we can fight it, we can argue it, but looks matter. And when a man's not attracted to us, it hits deep. Because most men are rejecting you because they're not attracted to you.
This is where the drama peaks. Rejection isn't just painful. It's now a clinical crisis: depression, anxiety, hopelessness. She claims all women want to be desired, which is fine, but fails to see that men want to be respected and valued too. That rarely comes up in these conversations. Women are raised to be chosen, not to build relationships. That's why a simple no becomes an emotional breakdown. Diagnosis: emotional narcissism. She feels wrong for not being desired, as if male attraction were a social duty.
If you've been rejected recently, this is for you. I'm Lily, a feminist dating coach, and I'm here to give you literally 4 steps that you are going to use to get over this situation, have your own back, and find the right people for you. And just to remind you, if you don't already know, you didn't mess up the right thing. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you are also uniquely qualified for the love of your life. So you get to find what's right for you. Okay, the 4-step process. SOFT. Go soft with yourself. This is how you're going to stay out of the self-blame, self-esteem trap that happens a lot of times after you're rejected. Number 1, S, self-compassion. Self-compassion is not just going easy on yourself. It is a proven resource out of a 2014 study out of Stanford that is proven to reduce stress and increase resiliency. 2 things that you need to move on. Self-compassion sounds like sitting next to yourself on a park bench and giving yourself the exact words that a best friend would say to you that you think, oh my God, I really needed to hear that. If you were socialized to be hard on yourself to move ahead in this life, self-compassion might be difficult. That's why it's a challenge. It is a learnable skill. You don't have to be good at it right now. You just got to practice being kind to yourself. That looks like literally putting a hand somewhere compassionate, and taking a deep breath, saying of course I'm struggling. I'm here for you. This is really hard right now. Acknowledging where you're at. Acknowledging where you're at and how you're feeling is going to allow you to process that feeling instead of becoming constipated with it. Number 2, own your needs. Owning your needs sounds like asking yourself, what do I need? And then giving it to yourself. Is it you need to put up the bat signal with a friend of you're struggling and you need to go out right now and you need to text them, hey, can we go out right now? Hey, can we hop on the phone right now? Maybe it's a deep breath. All I need is a deep breath or a nap. Maybe I need to eat a good meal. Maybe I need to plan a little treat or a little vacation for myself if I have that availability. What do you need? Can you give it to yourself now? Go. 3rd, F, feel your feelings. This is hard to do, and it can sound really nebulous, so I'm going to give you exactly how to do it. Feeling your feelings doesn't mean you're going to be trapped in them. It doesn't mean they're going to last forever. It doesn't mean you're being too self-indulgent. It means that you're paying attention to the information your body is giving and you're processing it. Feelings are bodily functions like poop. You got to process them to move on. So, to feel your feelings, sit down, put your hand somewhere compassionate, take a deep breath. Notice where the feeling is in your body. Notice the shape it is, or the texture it is, or the color it is, and just pay attention. Being a loving witness means everything for this process. So instead of saying oh God, I hate this feeling, be this sucks right now. I'm here for you. I feel fill in the blank, shame, doubt. You can Google feelings wheel. If you have trouble naming your feelings, you can use a wheel to like identify the name of your feeling. And it really helps. Emotional granularity is that tool, as coined by Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett, who found that the more precise emotion words we have to describe our experience, the more effective we are at moving through that experience and having our own back in the process, being kind to ourselves in the process. So just sitting with yourself, taking deep breaths, noticing that feeling, naming it, hey, saying, I'm willing to feel anything to be with you. There is nothing that you could say, do, or feel that would make me want to stop being your friend. Those are 2 thoughts by Coach Simone Soul that I love. So do that for 5 minutes and see how you feel. You're going to feel better. Then the final step, SOFT, thoughts, not facts. You got to recognize that the thoughts in your brain are just sentences. They're emotional interpretations. They're not real. So the idea of like, it's my fault or I'm somehow broken or I fucked this up too much. It's a thought, not a fact. Notice it. Say, that's a hard thought, not a fact. When you notice that thought, you can say, hey, thought, I see you. You're a thought, not a fact. And it will help. Don't go into toxic positivity land of trying to be like, oh, it's okay, everything's fine. That's not going to work. Your brain's not going to like that. So instead, once you go through SOFT, self-compassion, owning your needs, feeling your feelings, thoughts, not facts, you can then go to a more impactful, authentic reframe. Like, it might not be impossible that I haven't met the right person yet. And if you want more of this feminist as fuck dating advice, then go listen to the Date Brazen podcast. You've got this and I've got your back.
Enter the feminist coach with her magic solution, the SOFT method. What does it do? Turns a basic reality, a man didn't want you, into a spiritual therapeutic journey. She compares emotions to bowel movements, tells women to put their hands on their chest, and talk to themselves like a best friend. It's a full-blown self-indulgent escape from maturity. Instead of learning from rejection, women are taught to cuddle their emotions and avoid growth. Diagnosis: emotional infantilization. Instead of handling frustration like adults, they're trained to numb it with affirmations, deep breaths, and denial. Conclusion: rejection hurts. Men and women both feel it, but a traditional man learns early that no is part of life. Modern women, on the other hand, were told that being pretty and independent should be enough. When that illusion shatters, their emotional house collapses. Instead of maturity, we get feminist therapy, energy talk, and pop psych diagnoses. Rejection isn't trauma, it's a test, and it reveals who's grown up and who still thinks the world owes them something.